This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show. This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show.
YouTube, what is up? I'm your homeboy Josh, back at you with a review of the Druid RDA from Augvape. Augvape sent this to me free for the purposes of review. This is a brand new RDA. Comes with both of these top caps. It has a mini top cap and it has like a sort of full-size top cap with a top-down airflow. A really interesting top-down airflow kind of design. It also has kind of an intriguing deck. I have mixed feelings about it. We're going to talk about that a little bit. But it's pretty innovative. It's a little bit different, and I like that. There are some limitations to it, but we're going to see if we can find a way around those today. So enough introduction. Let's come on in here. Let's take a look at this thing. Come on. So here it is, guys. The Druid RDA from Augvape. The Druid. That's how I like to say it for some reason. I don't know why. And you open it on up, and inside you've got this manual. In this little gap over here, you'll find your extras, your Allen key, and your O-rings, and your extra screws and grub nuts and whatnot. And then underneath everything, you got your Druid RDA, RDAs. And this set comes with, one deck and two completely different top caps. Basically, it's two completely different RDAs. You got your shorty RDA and you got your sort of more full-sized RDA. It's still pretty short, but it's a full-sized RDA, I'd say. And the set is just 30 bucks, basically. 32.50 US. It's basically 30 euros is what I've been able to find it for. I haven't found a US vendor, but in Europe, it's going for 30 euros. Exchange 32.50. So something like that, 30 bucks or so. That's what this is going for. That's pretty sweet. You get not just one, but two authentic RDAs for 30 bucks. Can't argue with the price. Price is awesome. There's our shorty. This is just the cap. It's a two-piece. Actually, it's three-piece because you can remove the drip tip. There we go. Okay. All right. So here's the barrel on the shorty. It's got this sort of looking like an S kind of emblem. Looks like the letter S. It's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know what it has to do with druids. I'm not 100% certain, but I dig it. It's like an S kind of serpent looking kind of thing. Looks neat. And the airflow reminds me a lot of the airflow on the Alliance RDA. It looks very, very similar. That sort of little circle in the middle and then the waves coming out of it. Here's the top cap section. It's secured with one O-ring. It does not turn easy or freely. Even from the drip tip. It's like the drip tip turns and this stays static. So adjusting this is kind of like you decide where you want to use these walls to cut off the airflow, and you got to position them beforehand. So you can, position it anywhere along like this. Close it off as much as you want or open it up as much as you want, just like that, and then push it on down. Whatever kind of drip tip you use is going to be insulated with this thick piece of Delrin or Peak, or I don't know what this is actually. I'm not sure what this is made out of, but I gotta tell you, this drip tip, it's a metal drip tip and it's in there, and I was actually really impressed. This thing does not get hot. Not really hot at all. So that's our shorty section. All this is made with food grade 304 stainless steel. Ooh. Yeah, that's what that is. My fingernails aren't dirty if this happens again. This is just this stuff. Yeah, this stuff is something about this. Weird, huh? It's kind of weird. That's really weird. Yeah, whatever. And here's the other top cap that you get with the Druid. Has the same S emblem. Take you around it, the barrel. It's not on both sides, just on the one side with the S. Serpent, whatever it is, I don't know. And it's pretty sleek looking, right? It's pretty sleek, I think. I don't hate the look of it. I kind of like it. Now, what's nice here is you get this Teflon tip. This tip doesn't get hot at all. At all. It is also spit guard protected. It's got the little airflow cut into it. Now you can't use your own drip tips with this one. You can with the shorty cap, but not with this one. This one you can only use this tip. Pop this on off, and I kind of love this design because it's like airflow is going to come all down on top of that deck from all sides. I mean, there's air holes in the middle, there's air holes in the sides. I mean, the coil is going to get just covered in air when it's coming down and then just shooting back on up through the drip tip and into your mouth. That's pretty awesome. I really like this design. This one is secured with 2 O-rings on the barrel, and using the drip tip, it actually does turn freely. And you can close off your airflow, open up your airflow, and everything you do to one of these happens to all 4. Yeah, I gotta say the tolerances on all this stuff is excellent. Excellent tolerances on everything on this one. I wish that with this, the Mini, I was able to turn everything a little bit more freely. I wish I didn't have to, take this off and reposition it to change my airflow. I wish I could just turn it, but you can't. But on the regular airflow with top-down airflow, it's excellent. Perfect tolerances. Now, you can only really turn in one direction. I will say that. If you try turning this direction, it'll lock up and you'll just kind of unscrew the drip tip. So, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Or really just righty-tighty until it round robins. And there's our funky deck. The deck that these top caps share. It's an odd one. You see a few decks like this. It kind of reminds me of the deck on the Pugio a little bit, and the deck on the Indestructible Addy. It's got this goalpost kind of design to the negative leads. It's kind of weird. The negative leads are milled into the deck, and they're just open at the top. There's nothing to close them off. Really, the wire just gets kind of trapped by the hex screws. This is wide open over here. There's nothing on top of this on the negative posts, and this sort of top-down trap on the positive block. I've got sort of a basic build in here, and that's where this gets limited. There's not a whole lot of space in these posts. It might look that way, but it's really just, vertical space. There's not a whole lot of horizontal space, if you know what I mean, for anything crazier than just a basic build. Maybe you can fit some micro fuse Claptons here, but you have to turn them on their side, I bet. I tried to get a twisted build in here, and the twisted build fit, but, well, what happened was these hex screws, once they were screwed down, they protrude if the wire is too thick. So it can't really handle very thick wire, It just can't do it. It's not a big deal with the positive post, really. I mean, the positive post, it doesn't matter how much these stick out, honestly. It's the negative posts. See how if they protrude like that? Well, if they protrude like that, see? You just can't get this down. Yeah, kind of disappointing, because it doesn't really suit the way I like to build these days. So I think what we're going to try doing, I just got some tools today at the Home Depot. I got some tools. I mean, the thing is right now, it really just doesn't suit my needs. I like chunkier wire. I don't like being limited by the space here, and I don't like, well, I mean, I'm not going to alter the post. I'm just going to trim off some of this so that if I try using a chunkier build, it doesn't protrude too much. I think we're going to start there and see how much that helps. I'm hoping it'll be, a pretty significant difference, because this RDA could be great. It's just, the way it is, it's just okay. But I think it could be really good if we shave these down a little bit. So I got these files. And we're just going to try shaving off shaving this off here. And it's just going back in. What can we use here? Here's the build I was having trouble with. It's just some twisted 28, 3 times twisted 28. So I think we're gonna use that as kind of our jumping off point. We'll go from there. Secure down this twisted 28 and we'll see how shaved down we need to go. Is it working? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, that's much better. Let's do the other side too. So there's our refinished first side. And now we're just going to refinish that side. Yeah, that's looking better already. I'm just going to clean this up and we'll be okay. I'm just going to make sure there's no metal debris hanging out in there. All right, so there's our refinished deck. I'm going to get a better idea of what's going on now because there's nothing in there. No build in there right now. So it's kind of got like this, I don't know what kind of design this is, what you'd call that. I mean, it's different is what it is. It's got a very shallow well. You know, I would kind of wish the well was a little bit deeper personally, but it's okay. It says Druid RDA, designed by Augvape. I've got number 240. I'm not a mech mod kind of guy. I don't really know if that protrudes enough for a hybrid connection. I don't use that kind of shit. But it's not adjustable. I thought it was. It's definitely copper though. It's weird though because over there it looks like it's adjustable, right? I mean, that protrudes a lot on the picture. I don't know, man. Pictures lie, I guess, because that's not adjustable. I just scraped it up trying. Oh well. Anyway, so we filed down these side screws because this guy has side screws that if you try anything like a twisted build or anything like that, they're going to protrude. Protrude so much that you can't fit the top cap down. And as it is right now, I probably couldn't fit the top cap down, but I'm hoping, since we use these for size, that it'll at least be able to accommodate a nice twisted build. So we're just going to reposition these in here. I was using this build earlier, tried to use this build earlier, but of course, like I said, the way that it was with those posts didn't work out so well. Now, the way I like to do this is, you know, when you wrap a coil, you end up with one lead over, one lead under, right? Well, the lead that goes under, I like to use a negative post for on this RDA. And what I'll do is go ahead and tighten down the positive post first. Then go ahead and situate that negative lead. The wire's starting to unravel a little bit, so that's why I'm involving a screwdriver in this. But I'm not sure how that happened. It makes more sense to come at it from this side, since you're going to be tightening it down over here. All right, yeah, that's going to fit just fine. Okay. So tighten down that positive post. Tighten down that negative post. Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. And, you know, if I needed to take these in even more, I still could. I could take these in even more. There's still plenty of space that I could take off this grub screw, and this would still work fine. Yeah. There's still a really good amount of space left over on that grub screw. I could even take it in more if I wanted to. So I've got it fitting a twisted build, and if I need more room for something later, I bet I could take out some more. So that's cool. could probably widen up these goalposts a bit too if I wanted to, but we'll keep it like it is for now. We'll see. There's not a whole lot of juice well. You just kind of got to pack the cotton underneath that coil as much as you can and hope for the best. Not a whole lot of juice well here. I wish that was a little bit deeper. And I really wish there was. I really wish there was more of a juice well. It's like a 1 millimeter juice well. It's tiny. Anyway, looks like that little adjustment with that trusty file made all the difference, because now this is going to work perfectly. Before I couldn't get this thing to sit down on it. All right. Anyway, I'll see you guys back up there. All right, guys. So that's the Druid RDA from Augvape with one minor alteration, shaving off a bit of those hex screws. I think it's going to make a world of difference, because before I really could only get a basic build in here. I hadn't tried doing a fuse Clapton, turning it on its side, really just a basic build. So let's see how this vapes. It's a, whoa, let me make sure that that's wicking okay. Yeah. It's angry. It's an angry build. They say in the box, in the manual actually, it's on the box or on the manual. Here it is. It says mini edition, 22 by 13.5 millimeters, great flavor. It says original edition, that's the top-down airflow. Original edition, 22 by 20.5 millimeters, top airflow control. So they're basically saying that this is the good one for flavor. And they're right, it really is. It's good. It's a pretty decent, for a mini RDA, they're not going to win any cloud comps, but I mean, it produces a good amount of vapor too. That's like a 50-50 blend. Let's put a... Yeah, I really wish the Goo Cake by Bonsai, I love this juice, I really do, but I wish it was available in more than just a 50-50. I really like higher VG juice. So let's put some Bound by the Crown in here. That's a high VG. Let's see what it can do. But it's a nice, warm, flavorful vape. It vapes really well. I mean, for 30 bucks, how much can you complain? You get 2 RDAs for 30 bucks. It's straight. On to the, they call it the original edition. I don't know if these were originally, set to be released separately. Like this was one version and then they were going to put this version out later or something. I don't know. But they just decided to put them out together in one box. Beats me. I like that they did that. I think that's really cool. I mean, that's bang for your buck. That's 2 RDAs essentially. This is a completely different experience than this. Completely different. And it's a nice vape. It is. It's satisfying. You lose a lot of the flavor. A lot of the flavor. Because this is completely closed off. Almost. I mean, you get plenty of airflow. There's plenty of airflow. Plenty of vapor still. But you lose a lot of the flavor with this cap. But I really like the drip tip. The Teflon on it, it does not get hot. Ever. I love that. Why couldn't they put Teflon on this though? I don't know. I mean, that would have been really nice with Teflon on the mini tip. Teflon on this mini tip would have, yeah, that would have been really nice. Because that can get warm, a little bit warm for my liking, but it's still pretty good. I mean, at 93 watts, it's getting a little warm. The other thing is to re-drip, you've basically got to lift that out. And it kind of tries to separate from the deck when you do. I guess you could take the whole thing off and do it, but I don't know. With the well being so small, I wouldn't want to separate the barrel from the deck. I feel like that's the only thing that's preventing this thing from leaking, personally. With the mini, yeah, I mean, it leaks through these airflow slots. I mean, it just collects juice all around the thing constantly. And pop that back down. And there we go. Yeah, the flavor's still okay, but it's nothing on the level of this. Nothing on the level of the Mini. And I wish I could use my own drip tips with it. If I could use my own drip tips with this and just take out the spitback control. Flavor is much improved. Yeah. Just taking that thing out completely and just hitting it like that. I mean, there's still spitback control in there. See that? I'll come around. I guess we should have covered this in the up close, but I'm forgetful. See, there's still spitback control in there. Plenty of it. If I could use my own drip tips in here, I probably wouldn't get as much spitback still because of this sort of honeycomb in here, but I'd get more flavor because I wouldn't be dealing with that, you know? I mean, it's still good, it's just not as flavorful as the Mini version. Not at all. I mean, there's still like a little bit of loss of flavor because of the honeycomb in there, but it's definitely better. It's definitely better. Can I drip through this honeycomb? Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, you can drip right through there. So I guess when it comes time to drip, you don't have to take anything off. I haven't tried that before. But I just tried it now and it works. You can just unscrew this and drip in there. I'm lazy though, you know, I don't like to even remove my caps. I just drip through my cap and I'm good to go. But the spitback reduction does work very, very well. I don't get any spitback on this at all, ever. Works fantastic. But now that I've altered it and I've got a twisted build in here, I'm way happier. Way happier, believe me. When it was just a basic build in here, I was really, meh. It was meh. It was snore pie with yuan sauce is what it was for the basic build. It wasn't doing anything for me. That file, it's probably my favorite, one of my best purchases ever. I'm going to be doing so much stuff with this. You'll wait and see. I like building on it. I do. The deck is actually really fun to build on. It's easy to build on. Just remember that the top lead goes in the positive post and the bottom lead goes in the negative post. And it's an easy build. Really easy build. I almost kissed the dragon. I was about to do that. That was a close call. That would have been bad. It's a good vape. It really is. It really is. It's a great value. 30 bucks, 32 bucks, and you get 2 RDAs with completely different experiences and an interesting deck to build on, an easy deck to build on. Good RDA overall. Overall, if you don't mind, you know, having to do some post-production on your RDA. Pretty good. Anyway, till next time, I'm your homeboy Josh. Vape on, vapors.